Can you make money starting a gym? This one's for all my gym bros out there who are thinking about starting a gym, and this video might help you not want to go down that road. Maybe it will help you want to go down that road. I don't know, but I'm going to break down the numbers. And my name is Nate Jones. I run this channel. I make videos on businesses, entrepreneurship, and money. So if you get value out of this, hit like and hit subscribe. Okay, let's go into this. I really like the model of this type of business. First off, I like subscription-based businesses. A gym is a subscription-based business where somebody pays you a monthly fee for your service. I like those because you're able to sell those at a higher multiple than other businesses. So let's go into here. I'm focusing on weightlifting and cardio type gyms, your traditional kind of Planet Fitness, YMCA gyms. Let's see if you can actually turn a profit in this. How many people do you need to turn a profit? We're going to get to that shortly. Here we go. So we're going to go through what are the upfront costs first, because we need to understand how much it's going to cost for us and what are our numbers going to look like with a loan and everything. So when I was Googling how much is it going to cost to start a gym, it looked that it's going to be anywhere from $245,000 to $400,000 upfront costs, because you're going to need the equipment, the insurance, the lease, the licensing and fees. So I said, okay, let's just use a round number for the equipment. We're gonna need $300,000 dedicated for the equipment and the build out for our retail lease, because we're going to lease a retail location, but we have to build it out. So when you build out a retail location, that essentially means, hey, we're putting up walls, we're putting up mirrors for the gym, we're putting up all these things that will make it look like a gym. The hard flooring, rubber flooring, so people don't get hurt. So that's about $300,000 for the equipment. $70,000 for the lease, because that puts us at $20 a square foot. That's a national average for a retail lease. So $20 a square foot times 3,500 square feet. It's not a massive building, but it's big enough where you can fit enough people to turn a profit. So $20 square foot, 3,500, that's $70,000 for the year. That puts our lease at $3,500 a month for our lease. We're looking at $2,000 a year for insurance, and licensing and other fees are around $1,000. So if we take out the lease, because we're going to have to pay that monthly, and that's not a big upfront sunk cost, we're looking at a loan amount of $300,000. And when you have a $300,000 loan and a business loan of 10 years, an SBA loan, you want to get one probably around 10 years. That's probably going to be the max that you could get for an SBA loan. You might be able to go higher, but you're going to have some pretty big collateral to be able to go over 10 years. So if you're going to do an SBA loan, depending on your credit situation, they're probably going to require around 20% down. So if we do 20% down, that's $60,000 down on a $300,000 loan. That means our loan amount is going to be $240,000. Right now, doesn't look good for loans. The interest rates are around 10% for an SBA loan. So a 10% 10-year note puts us at about $3,200 a year. The nice thing about SBA loans is that they usually come down when interest rates come down. So, this loan could come down over time. Don't get a fixed. I would not get a fixed rate right now. Obviously, ask a professional and consult with a loan officer. But I see interest rates potentially coming down, so it'd be good for you to get a fixed rate in this situation. So for your loan and lease together, you're at about $6,700 a month. That's a lot of expenses to start this business. And now we're going to get to what everybody's been waiting for. How much can we make running a gym? So I was looking at, what type of gym are we building? Are we building a really specialized gym where we can charge a lot of money, or are we going to be the cheapest gym around, like Planet Fitness, which is like $20 a month? So I said, let's kind of be in the middle between $100 and $25. So I put us at $50 a month, because I really think starting out, you're going to put it at a level in which, hey, let's make sure we can get people coming into this place and we can get memberships, because memberships is what makes gyms roll. So I'm just talking about the monthly membership fee. I know there's joining fees that you can do that will get back into profitability, but I just want to know, how many people do we need coming in or committing to paying us $50 a month for us to turn a profit? So for $6,700 a month and our expenses, again, for a $50 membership, 6,700 divided by 50 puts us at 134 people signing up for us to break even. That's not even including our $60,000 down payment. So that's a lot of people 134 people to just break even on our monthly expenses. So far, this isn't looking that great. Okay, let's go into 3,500 square feet. Let's look at an average gym of like 250 people. 250 people times $50 puts us at $12,500 a month. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good revenue. But let's back out that monthly expenses that we just talked about, which is $6,700. So that puts us at $5,800 cash flow. The reason I don't think that's a good cash flow is because, number one, if there's no other expenses as in employees, we just got back our down payment and we didn't even turn a profit for the whole year, and us as the owner basically worked for free. Not a great business in my mindset. So if we back out a salary, we're paying people to probably be there 10 hours a day. That's going to be about $4,000 a month if you're paying a lot of different people and you're paying payroll taxes. So you're at about $4,000 a month. You're cash flowing $1,800 a month. Puts us at $21,000 a year. It's going to take you 2.5 years just to turn a profit from the down payment you had. Not a huge fan of this business so far. Unless you can raise your cost of gym membership or lower your upfront costs, then you should really reevaluate starting this business. And you know, the reason I make these videos is because business is all about math. If you don't understand the math about your business before you start your business, you're going to be put out of business before you even start. You need to understand the numbers, and right now the numbers for this business, what I outlaid, doesn't make sense. That's not saying it doesn't make sense for every situation. If you can get a lease for $1,000 a month for that 3,500 square foot building, you're adding back into your profitability. If you can find a gym equipment for $200,000 instead of $300,000, you can add back into your profitability. But like I said, you need to be doing this calculation for every gym if you're thinking about starting one. Okay, the third thing we need to look at is we need to think about all the ways in which this gym can't work. Every business, me and my wife start, and every business that I talk to people, hey, what are you thinking about starting? Let's think about all the ways in which it won't work, and let's create strategies to prevent the worst thing that could possibly happen from happening. So number one, we just went through death by expenses. Make sure you're doing that calculation before you start your gym. Know your numbers, know where you need to be, and know where that point is where you need to kind of give up on this potential dream. I know in my other videos I said never give up, but you need to make sure that you choose the right target, and if you know it's the right target, then never give up. But if the numbers don't make sense on this, you need to find another business to start. Number two, you don't get any gym members. That means you had a marketing fail. You didn't run a blitz campaign to people that know about your gym. You didn't get the name out there, and it took you forever just to get to the break-even point because nobody knows that your gym exists. You need to get the name out there. Marketing and sales is the lifeblood of every company. So number three, your equipment is horrible. Your equipment sucks. That means people will come to the gym and they're like, this stuff is horrible. It's not state of the art. It's not new. It's not durable. It's breaking. And people are going to say, why am I a part of your gym when I can go to another gym? Number four, you have a bad location. This means people just don't like where you're at, or they don't see where you're at, and there's just not enough space. Maybe it just doesn't look good. I don't know. The aesthetic of it, it's just not a good location. So you need to make sure that you know, hey, if I'm getting $1,000 a month gym location, there might be a reason why. Now, that being said, you may not have to have as many members, and the members that they may be fine with it. So number five, you have the inability to scale. In this business, if you're having that thin of margins that I just went through, you're not going to be able to scale this business. And if you're not scaling a business, it's not a business, it's a job. And if you're making that thin of margins, you're not going to be able to sell it because nobody wants to take the problem off your hands. So make sure that if you're going to build this business, you plan a way to scale it. Scale means, hey, we're going to have 5 locations by doing this. We're going to take the cash flow here. You need to have the numbers. And it's all math, like I said. So make sure you know how to scale it. The fourth thing, if you're going to continue to pursue this business, make sure that you legal up. That means get an LLC to protect your personal assets in case your business, and in case something happens at the business, that it's a completely separate legal entity. Buy insurance. I own an insurance agency. If you need help with the insurance, reach out to my company, Wexford Insurance. We'd be happy to help and provide some value for you. I'm not paid by this. I am just mentioning it. If not, reach out to a local agent. They would be happy to help you. Make sure you have a gym waiver if you're starting this business because people are coming onto your property, and you need to say, hey, you're coming on your own risk. I am providing a safe environment, but if for some reason you are negligent with the way that you're working out, that they're working out at their own risk. The last thing, think critically about starting this business. I've made a ton of videos on other businesses you should start and that have the ability to scale and ability to make a lot of money. I'm not saying you can't make money in this business, but what I am saying from the numbers that I went through, there's more ways in which you can lose than what you can win. I always remember growing up, we'd always see this one location, gyms would come and go. People would try to start one and they'd just go out of business. This appears to be a very hard business to start, but if it is successful, it's very lucrative. So if you got value out of this video or you want to look at some other businesses to start, go check out my channel and hit like and subscribe.